Hey y'all. So, learned something about Unity that I'm going to put into effect here, which may or may not influence my opinion on the character. So, I value tempo in my heroes, right? I want heroes that are doing things meaningfully with their play phases and with their power phases every turn, but especially the first two turns, because in most cases, those are the most dangerous turns and the turns where you make or break the tempo of your entire game. That being said, Unity's just not that kind of hero, and I tried to do the best she could, which isn't a lot. She's not, it just doesn't amount to much. The recommendation I've received to try is to play her in such a way where you just dig. Dig for a turn or two, find the good stuff, and then you can use the good stuff to catch back up on tempo, in theory. So what I'm going to do is not only am I going to be playing Unity again, but I'm also going to be supporting her as best I can with a team specifically designed to help her. Just give her the absolute best chances of success imaginable. So that's going to look something like this. That's going to be, we're going to have a Fanatic, Unity, going to have Expat, and we're also going to have, for our last one, we're going to have, it could either be Argent Adept for the additional plays, or it could be Night Mist for the summons. That's tough. So what I'm going to do, let's see here. I'm going to just do a random pick is how I'll decide on who I want for the last guy. So we've got Argent Adept, and the other one was going to be Night Mist. There we go. I'm going to stack them, shuffle once. Argent Adept is the pick. Alright, there we go. Let me just get everybody's deck out real quick. And we'll pick variations as well. Expat, probably going to do first appearance. Well, let me reconsider. So I'm going to want Expat to deal with early threats. That's going to be her role here. And also going to want her to give play actions to Unity. With that being the case, I think, I mean, if I want to go full on support, Eclipse is a good choice for this, because it's going to let me really dig for my one-shots. But that's going to leave me falling a little bit behind on the board control that I want to have as well. So I think just base Expat or this are a good compromise. Yeah, I think first appearance is a good compromise that'll be good at fulfilling both roles here. So that's the one that I'll pick. Give her her HP and her cards. Alright, Argent Adept. I'm just going to go first appearance. That's just one of those things where both of his variations are good for different reasons, right? First appearance is free card plays that can sometimes whiff on the perform. And the downside here is sometimes you have performs you really want to use in your hand, and it's going to take you some time to find a way to use them. You will, because you're seeing more cards every turn. And then you have the opposite problem with base Argent Adept, where you can use any of your performs, but if you didn't find the ones you wanted, then, you know, you don't have as easy of a way to find them. Fanatic, I mean, Haunted is always nice. But I guess it's tough to blind pick Haunted without knowing what villain I'm going to be facing. So I suppose there's that. And also I want to be cautious. I want her to be supportive is the thing. And she has Anoint Allies is what I really want her to get. And Haunted is not going to help me get Anointed Allies out. Are either of these going to? No. So maybe I just pick this one because I'm not trying to like carry with Fanatic or anything right here. So I'm just going to run with base Fanatic, which I haven't done in a while. I always pick Haunted, which is my favorite, but we're going to try something different today. And lastly, we've got Unity. Might do Scavenger today. Or maybe I do first appearance. I could contribute a little tempo at least to the team with pings, not really a lot. Playing the top card of my deck is nice. Scavenger's always a contender. I'm gonna pick Scavenger blind just because there's some villains that can just really oppress my my golems. So I'm gonna just pick that. Try to be robust against removal. Alright, done. Environment. And I swear to God, if it's Pike, it's always Pike the first time. I don't know if there's a problem with this randomizer, but if it's Pike, I'm just gonna reroll. Okay, it wasn't Pike. Alright, Megalopolis, and then finally the villain. Our villain is Gloomweaver. So we're gonna be playing against Advanced Gloom. He is going to be the type of villain that requires the ability to deal with threats, because he can, advanced specifically, he can easily have 3 relics on the table, turn 2, turn 3, flip, and he's going to have a board of like 10 targets that I'm going to have to deal with. So, not feeling great about Unity's presence here, but I'm going to give it a shot. See what we can do. Got 100 HP on Gloomweaver. He's going to be summoning, he's going to discover a relic and then summon 2 cultists. So let's get that relic real quick. We found it. This is the one that gets a zombie. Alright. This is probably the one that I really like to see the most, because there are way worse end phases on the other relics than this. And the other huge thing is the death effect, right? Like, when I kill this, by the time I've dealt 30 damage, it might take me two turns to do this, possibly even 3. Well, partially through the 3rd turn, I should say. He's going to have a board of basically every target in his deck, right? Like, every target's either going to be on the board or it's going to have died. So this doing 3 AoE, massive. Like, against Advanced, I really think killing Pouch of Bones tends to be the most pivotal play on average in the entire game, right? Like, sometimes obviously you win with Chosens, so you could argue that's the winning play, but I feel like killing this in games where you can't just get under him, that's the move. So cool, lucky me. All right, Night Mist is not in the game, so we're just gonna go right to it. So start phase, he's checking if he has 3 relics. He has 1 relic, so he doesn't flip. He reveals the top. If it's a chosen relic, he's going to play it, otherwise discard it. It is neither of those things, so it's discarded. Cool. Play phase, he's going to play another zombie. I forget how many of these there are. Is it 3 zombies? So this is making Pouch of Bones even weaker, because it's not going to be putting out any more zombies, I think. So, neat. Alright. So that was the play for turn. Now we're going to go to the end phase. He's going to deal each non-villain 1 psychic. Let's resolve that. Cool. Also, he's going to bury the trash and discover a target. Oh, silly me. So, I guess I could save myself time if I was sure there was only that zombie. In fact, the amount of time it takes for me to check is probably faster than discovering for another zombie. There's 4 of them. Okay, so I do indeed need to resolve the discover. And I guess it doesn't matter. I could have just grabbed it because I'm shuffling anyway. Although I wouldn't be shuffling if the zombie was the top card of the deck, so there's that. I guess I would check the top card of the deck and then just grab the one from the bottom if I'm trying to be optimal for time. Alright, that's it for Gloomweaver's end phase effects. Now we go to Pouch of Bones. It's going to discover a zombie. Found one. Cool. Alright, next the zombies. We're going to just resolve all 3 of them consecutively. The hero with the highest is going to take 4 damage. So highest currently is Tempest, or excuse me, not Tempest, Fanatic. Fanatic. Whoops. Alright, now the next highest is Expat, goes down to 24, and then finally the highest is, once again, Fanatic. This is good. Glad to see damage going on Fanatic. And that's the end of the first turn for Gloomweaver. Very, very tame first turn. So I feel good about this game. Not even looking at our heroes' hands. This is no problem at all. That's easy mode. Alright, let's see what we got. Target Explosion, that's useful. There's annoying ongoings in this guy's deck. We also have the SMG, that's also great. Lock and Load could summon Assault Rifle, which would be a little more useful than the modified SMG, just for blitzing down these zombies. Let's see here. Alright, so I'm thinking if I'm trying to be strictly optimal here, I could... Well, let me think. If I used SMG without ammo, put all these down to 2, how am I able to deal with them all? What does Fanatic have? Do you have any AoEs here? No, 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 no. So Fanatic would be able to kill 2 of them with power plus a card in hand. And then I do see that Argent Adept has acceleration access already, which is nice. Let's see, what does Unity got going on? Has modular workbench, so Unity's turn actually looks really good. Like I would probably just do something like play one of these 2 cards here. Yeah, I'd probably play Inspired Repair into Workbench, use Workbench, play Brainstorm, bada bing, bada boom. Alright, and then she does have 3 targets, 1 damage each. So, I think if I just Arsenal access, the high roll would be to get Assault Rifle, where I can just blast all 3 zombies for... Actually, it would be better if I did 2 zombies and then the Relic, because I ultimately want to get the Relic dead. So I'm going to discover the gun and an ammo. Found the ammo. Alright, SMG is perfectly fine. Next I draw a card. Hollow Point, that's good. And I play 1 item. So I could play the Hollow Point and then use the SMG and just blow the board to smithereens. Which, I mean, that sounds good. I don't see why not. I don't see why not indeed. Especially because, I mean, obviously I'm playing the Hollow Point. That's the only item I have. And yeah, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to Power Phase. I'm going to use this. And I'm going to indicate I'm activating the Loaded on Hollow Point. And that's going to be doing 3 damage to every target. Every non-hero target, that is. So 1, 2, 3 on Gloom. All 3 of these are defeated. And 3 damage on this. Now I do need to be mindful if I lose that last zombie. He's going to shuffle and deal each hero 1. Not a big deal. It's probably not going to happen anyway because he's going to be burying his trash anyhow. Alright, neat. This is dead, and I think I draw a card as the bonus on this one. Making sure I'm remembering right, yeah. Wait. Oh, it was... Oh, you can play an ammo with this? I actually never really utilized that function. That's fun. I always just draw a card. Alright, so yeah, just drawing the card. Alright, that's a really good find. So, great start for Expat. Draw phase, draw a card. And then that's the end for her. Alright, so this is going great. This is perfect. Gloomweaver's kind of chumping it up right now. Well, I say that. I should probably not say that right now until I've really got it in the bag. But I think this is a sure dub already. I think this is just a simple case of me playing... do I want the bell? Because I'm probably using this power this turn, right? And that power is... Yeah, I think I just play into the high roll because I'll play the bell. And then if this flips a song that I want to play again next turn, I have a way to do this. So yeah, I'm going to use this power, play the top of my deck if it's an ongoing, which it wasn't. Activate one accompany. Okay. I guess I didn't account for the possibility of flipping something like this, so that should have been part of the calculus there. Anyway, I get to draw a card or play a card. I'm going to just play Inspiring Supertonic, just try to build out. Draw a card for the draw phase, end phase, no effects, pass turn. Alright, Fanatic's turn. Let's see. I think I just get Sacrosanct Martyr out, so I could start getting my health down to the 10 threshold, and then just blast him for a little bit of damage there. So that's what I'll do. Alright, so I'm going to deal myself the 3 radiant damage, go to 18, and then I'm going to zap a target for 3. 1, 2, 3. Alright, draw phase. Ah, perfect. That's exactly one of the payoffs for playing as not Haunted. This card's usually blank when I'm playing Haunted, more or less, so rewarded for my choice immediately. That's nice. Alright, end phase, no effects, pass turn. Alright, Unity, you're up. So I could either do Volatile Parts or Inspired Repair. Since I don't have any bots, I don't see a reason to play Volatile Parts because I could just play it next turn. So I'm going to play Inspired Repair. That's going to draw me a card. Just trying to... Oh. That changes things. I think I just want to play the Swiftbot immediately, even if it means I lose the modular workbench. Wow. And then I get to play one card. So I'm going to play... The modular workbench. This is tricky. Do I want to... No, I think I just want the Swiftbot out immediately. I think that's the move. I don't think I need to worry about sticking my modular workbench. So yeah, let's go ahead and just do that. And I'm aware this is exactly the opposite of what I talked about wanting to do, but hey, this is Swiftbot. This is like the first time I have ever seen a Swiftbot on a turn where the game isn't decided. Except I do kind of think this game's already decided, but you know, you get my point. Alright, so that was my power phase. Now I'm in my draw phase. I'm going to draw 2 cards. 1+1 from the Swiftbot. See? I'm good at this game. I guess Unity can play nice when she wants to, huh? Alright, Environment's turn. Let's see what we got. After a hero uses a power, and let's just kind of put this over here. Deal themselves 1 fixed damage. That's irritating. Each hero can discard a card in the start phase, and if everyone does this, destroy this card. Alright. So that's, I mean, that's not a huge deal. Beneficial even for, what kind of damage is it? Psychic? Okay, so it's not radiant. I don't know why it would be from Paparazzi, but you know. Maybe you're starstruck or something. Alright, Gloomweaver's turn. Start phase checks for relics. There's 1 relic, so we're good. Reveals the top if it's chosen or a relic. He plays it. It is Cultist, so it's discarded. Play phase, we're going to be playing more Cultists. That's funny. That's exactly what happened with the zombies earlier. What are the chances? Alright, now we go to the end phase. He does every non-villain 1 psychic. 1, 1, 1, 1, and 1. Cool. And then he also buries the trash and discovers a relic. Or a target. Good grief. Sorry, I had the thought buries the trash, discovers the treasure, and then I couldn't move past it because that sounded so silly. Alright, cool. That's done. Again, just super chump board. I'm digging this. No Xian Nu to deal with. No Massey killing cultists. I'm digging it. Alright, cool. Pouch of Bones. He's going to discover a zombie. Let's go ahead and do that. You know, it's funny. I'm starting to doubt myself because usually this guy just pops off like crazy when I play him on advanced, but he's like not doing anything right now, which is very odd. And I'm beginning to wonder, and I fight him like a lot, right? I fight him a decent amount. He's probably about like 15-20% of the amount of the villains I fight. And like This is the first time it's been this easy, so that's neat. I appreciate it. Thank you, Unity. All right, he got a zombie, so the rest doesn't happen. 3 targets with the highest take 1 Infernal. The 3 with the highest are going to be 23, 21, 19. All right, done. This one's going to be hero with the highest 4. Hero with the highest 4. And that's melee. Highest right now is Expat, 4. And then the next highest is Unity, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, and that's it. Piece of cake. All right, Expat's turn. Let's see here. So I don't think Arsenal Access is doing something that I want. I could just summon a gun here, which would also get me 2 ammo, which gives me a decent chance of getting another hollow point or something, and I can just deal with this board again. Let me see. What other good options do I have? I mean, that's the call. I mean, it's a no-brainer. I'm definitely locking and loading. The gun I would like to summon, that actually is a little tricky. Because assault rifle is good, right? And it's also buffed with liquid nitrogen. And it doesn't matter that I'm burying the targets because they're going to get buried anyway. So if I get assault rifle and liquid nitrogen, that's guaranteed dealt with these 2 zombies, and it's done half the health of this guy. And then is this 3 or 2 health? Oh, that's, never mind. I'm thinking of shock rounds for the health threshold. Otherwise, I could get like Pride and Prejudice or the shotgun to try to blitz down the relic. But with how easy it is to just AoE these boards down, I don't think that's necessary. I can just let it happen when it happens. Unless I see another relic show up, that is. So I think I just grab the assault rifle. There we go. And then I'm going to shuffle my trash into my deck. Discover 2 ammo. I'm good at the game. What can I say? And then 1 ally hero plays the top card of their deck. So I would like to play this one, but I need to consider carefully, because I do want Unity to have every opportunity to carry this game, and so I'm just going to play her top card, and I got Brainstorm, which is a good hit. Draw 3 cards. See, this is big. And I'm going to be happy to use this on Tempest's Redemption, I think it's called, the 3+2+2. And that's going to do crazy damage, and I'm going to count that as Unity's damage. So that's not Fanatic carrying, that's just Unity having a pretty cool card in Hasty Augmentation. And then that's 3 targets take 1 damage each. That's going to be 1 to you, 1 to you, and 1 to you. Neat. Alright, that was the play. So lock and load is resolved. Now we go into our power phase, and I'm probably just doing another SMG with hollow point. Yeah, no reason not to. SMG. I could play an ammo. I don't have an ammo, so I'm just going to draw the card. What was that? Hair trigger reflexes. I forgot about this one. Alright, I'm just going to spend, well, do this correctly. I'm going to spend the hollow point, and we're going to do 1, 2, 3 to everybody. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Both of y'all are dead. And I take 1 damage for using a power. Make sure I don't forget that. Cool. And then this goes to the discard pile. And then now that the power's over, I take the 1 damage. Enter draw phase, draw a card. End phase, pass turn. I really don't want to forget this, because I feel like I will. He stands to be devastated by this. Not now, but later, when he's trying to use, 5, 6, 7, 8 powers in a turn. Not ideal when you're getting sapped, especially with his 21 HP. I don't have much use for Vernal Sonata, I don't think. So I could play the drum, or I could use the flare. Like, I'm going to zap myself a lot. So what do I actually want to do here? Super Tonic would let me, if I perform on it, it'll let me use a power, which would be Scavenger Unity. Doesn't have any golems, but it could let me play the Modular Workbench from the discard pile, which could easily be worth it, I think. So I play the modular workbench and I have it out. Yeah, maybe that's what I want to do. Just, you know, because I want Unity to carry. Put all my resources in her, no matter where I think I would prefer to spend them. So yeah, I'm gonna want to use a perform on Super Tonic, which I can do with the bell. So I'm already good to go. So I think I would like to use Polyphonic Flare, deal myself the 2 damage. That's fine. I don't think this game's gonna last long enough for this self-damage to matter. Use a power or draw 2 cards. I'm going to use a power. First, I'm going to see all my options, so I'm going to use this one first. Use this power. It did reveal an ongoing, so I'm going to use the perform on the ongoing. The perform is each hero reveals the top and replaces or discards it. Then one hero can draw 2. So reveal the top, replace or discard. What am I cooking with here? Arsenal access would guarantee I get that hollow point out for free, plus a gun. I do have the fists full of lead. If I played this, it wouldn't matter. Why not? I'll leave that on top. Cool. Alright, and then Argent Adept, his top is... This could actually be quite useful in this matchup because he has annoying ongoings, so I'll keep that. You have Brutal Censure. Do I care about this? I could. If he plays a relic, I just get rid of it. Cool. Unity. Yeah, these are all good cards. And of course, you know, I've got to give the 2 draws to Unity because she's my carry tonight. Alright, that's done. And then I take 1 damage for using the power. So this power has been used. Now I go to my actual power phase. I'm going to use Shoes Bell. And that's going to activate the perform on Inspiring Supertonic. And that's going to give a power to... I think the plan was I was going to use it on Scavenger to play an item from my trash, which is going to be Modular Workbench. There we go. Why did I shuffle my trash? Sorry. Alright, that's done. Alright, cool. And then that's the power phase done, and I get zapped again. Draw phase, draw 1 card. In phase, pass turn. Alright, Fanatic's turn. Let's see what we're gonna do. So how much damage am I getting out of Wrathful if I just play it now and then zap myself a little more? My starting health is 30, so I was already doing 13 damage. I'm gonna potentially take another 4 damage here. Go down to 13, that's gonna make it do 17 damage. That's a lot of damage. I might just drop it now in expectation of him playing either a Chosen that I can one-shot or a Relic that I can obliterate from existence. But just considering other options, no, that's definitely the move. No doubt about it. Play that card. Now I'm going to use Sacrosanct Martyr, do the full 3. 1, 2, 3. Then I'm going to zap someone else for 3. Do I care about these Devoted Disciples? And follow-up question, does Unity have a convenient way to deal with them for me? I'm chill. I've already got a clean way to blow this to smithereens, so yeah, I'll just hit the Disciples. Lose 1 damage there. And then I take another hit from the environment. And then draw phase, draw a card. End phase, pass turn. Alright, Unity's turn. I get 2 plays. And I have a lot of cards to use those 2 plays on. So first I'd like to see some options. Use Modular Repair, draw a card, heal you up. Now I get to play a card. The card I'd like to play, and let me get this organized a little bit. There, it's organized. See, this is funny, having multiple volatile parts. Do I want to just get Construction Pylon out and then deploy my 2 bots? That might not be a terrible idea. construction pylon out. That was my play. Now I have another play. My other play is going to be... could just be a good time to play the volatile parts for the memes. I don't even know if he's capable of killing this Swift bot, so maybe that's not actually a smart idea. Nah, that's dumb. I don't think he's capable of killing this. So I think it would be smarter instead if I... Okay, so what I could do though is I could give a power to Argent, which would let me play 2 powers in turn. Maybe that's what I would like to do. In which case, perhaps construction pylon, yeah, pylon and workbench. Yeah, that'll be the play. So I'm going to play this for my second card play. That's going to use a power for Argent Adept. He's going to use Shoes Bell to activate Super Tonic, and he's going to get zapped. Technically this is at the resolution, but I don't want to forget. And that's going to give me a power, and the power I'm going to use is going to be, it's going to be Construction Pylon, and I'm going to play 2 golems, and then this is going to die. And I'm going to take a damage after I've done this. So, I'm just going to play B-Bot and Platform Bot. Platform Bot gets one of these guys. There we go. And then that's the resolution of this. And then my play phase is done. Now I go on to my power phase. And for my actual power, I could either do Modular Workbench, or I could get my Construction Pylon back. I don't see a reason to do that because no bots in here. So I think I'm going to use Construction Pylon, and I could either play Brainstorm to dig for 4, or I could just play Flash Forge. And since I know for absolute certain that I want Flash Forge out, I'm going to just do that and draw a card. That's Stealth Bot. I'm drawing pretty good bots today. And then having this out now is good because that means next time this guy's turn rolls around, he can give me this, or if Expat gives me a power. Yeah, so that is the move. And I take a zap from that, and that is it. So put this back over here. Environment's turn, Persistent Paparazzi. Do I care enough to discard cards? And also, do I have cards from everyone that I am capable or comfortable discarding? And I guess the answer to that is I guess. Like, I don't mind Vernal Sonata. Like, this downside's not even a big deal, but it's also not a big deal to actually get rid of it, so get rid of SMG. Gonna get rid of probably Sanctifying Strike for you, and then for Unity, I could just get rid of Stealth Bot so that this hero power is active, can play it from my discard pile. The alternative would be, no, that's the move. That's easily the play. It's much better than using Modular Workbench. Alright, that's dead. Next card is Bustling City. In turn order, reveal the top card of each deck. If it's a one-shot, discard it. Otherwise, play it. Interesting. What do we got? Not a one-shot, he plays it. Cultists don't really care. Alright. Expat. Not a one-shot. Hollow Point. I can't stop drawing the hollow... Wait, did I know that was there? Did I stack that? I'm getting lost. I don't remember when I did the stacking. Okay. That is a one-shot. That is not a one-shot. That is an interesting top deck. Huh. When I kill this... hold on. If I censured the relic, after I kill it, does it blow the board up or not? I'm actually not sure. I will have to check after this game. Oh, there's a rulebook here actually. Well, is it even going to be in these rulebooks? I might as well take a quick peek. trying to get to the FAQ at the back. All right. I don't remember if it was in here, but just in case. Okay. So my ruling is that since it has no game text, then when it's destroyed, that game text doesn't even go off. Now, I don't know the order of operations, right? I destroy this. This actually doesn't go away until the start phase, which is a good point. This isn't like an attachment or anything. So yeah, I strongly think that this would not have its effect go off. I'll look it up for sure after the game's over. But anyway, I'm gonna attach it to these guys right here. So I'm gonna put this on them so I don't forget that they have no game text. That's interesting. That's a fun find. Unity reveals another construction pylon. Sweet. Pretty powerful benefit from the environment there. Alright, Gloomweaver's turn. Start phase checks the relics as one relic. We're good. He doesn't flip. Flips the top. It's not a relic. Good gracious, I'm so lucky today. Play phase. Drum of Despair. Okay, we found relic number 2, which is fine because we're going to blow this one to smithereens. So even if he plays the third relic here, we're fine. End phase, he's going to zap everybody for 1. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Yeah, there's no ongoing. No, he is not hit because he has 1 resist. This would blow up an ongoing, and then he's going to zap somebody for 2. I don't really think there's any ongoings I care about right now getting rid of. So I'm just gonna whiff that, and then the 2 damage I want to deal. How much are you doing? You're doing 18? Okay, so this 2 damage going here exactly deals with it with Fanatic's power. Cool. Alright, that's done. Next, we're gonna do this one. We're gonna bury the trash and discover treasure. Found one. Very easy discovers today. Alright, next we go on to the Pouch of Bones. We're gonna find a zombie. Ooh. Oh, there it is. Alright, cool. Done. Now this guy, his text is empty. This guy discovers a cultist. Cool. This guy, hero with the highest, takes 3. Highest is currently Expat. This guy, highest, takes 4. Highest is still Expat. This guy, 3 with the highest, 1 each. Highest are currently all 3 of these guys. 2 and 3. Cool. His turn's done. Expat's turn. We probably want to do Fists Full of Lead. But let me just double check if I would prefer to play one of these other ones. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't. I think I'm just more than happy playing Fists Full of Lead. Let's do it. Cool. Inner power phase. We're going to do probably just SMG with hollow points to start. Well, let's do this right. So we're using this. I could play an ammo or draw a card. I'm going to draw the card. Next, I'm going to deal 3 damage to all targets. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Repeat. I am going to have to find a way to start damaging Gloomweaver. It's looking like Chosen Victory's going to be off the table because he's not playing any. And I am taking, a lot of damage. So I'll have to be mindful of that. Alright, hollow points are gone. And then next, other power I'm going to use is probably going to be Assault Rifle. Do I want to use an ammunition type with that? maybe. This is going to do 3 targets 2, or potentially 3 targets 3. I have all these ones at 3 already. They're dead. They're done for. They're dead, chosen, and dead cultists walking. So I could just zap, zap, zap. Cool. Let's do that. So I'm going to use assault rifle. I'm going to activate. Thermite's not really useful. I don't think there's any damage resistance to worry about. So it's going to be 3 targets, 3 each, and then I'm going to have a hero draw a card. So it's 3 on Gloomweaver, 3 on you, and then 3 on you. Cool. Thermite's gone technically after I have a hero draw a card. That hero might actually be Argent Adept. What is Fanatic doing? I guess I could start doing some Rosary gameplay with her. So maybe it's just Unity. I mean, of course it's Unity. She's my carry for the round. How could I forget? Got supply crate over there. All right, that's done here. Draw phase, end phase, pass turn. All right, Argent Adept. What do I even want to do here? I mean, I guess I just play the drum. And then if I use the drum, that's an accompany, and then a perform. Discovering and ongoing is compelling. And then the perform would have me checking a lot of people's decks. Or I could just use Shoes Bell to have a hero use a power and call it a day. I could pop off harder with the drum on inventive preparation, discovering and ongoing, and then seeing where I could go from there. But he's not my carry. Unity is. So yeah, we're going to use Shoes Bell to activate the perform on Supertonic. That's going to give a power to Unity. Yeah, what's Unity going to do with that power? Probably just play Flash Forge and discover a golem, right? Each mechanical golem is going to get an HP, and then I'm discovering either a golem or an item. I want the golem, please. Okay. We're slowly but surely building out over here. Alright, that's done. And then now a draw phase, end phase, pass turn. Ah, I found Alacritus Subdominant. GG. Fanatic's turn, start phase. I don't feel a need to keep that alive, so I'm just going to let it die. And then this is going to deal a target X Radiant, where X is 19 damage. So what does this do when I kill it? Each hero target regains 3 HP. That'll be nice. But I mean, this is going to be Mondo overkill, but I just want to kill that. Get it off the table. And then that's just going to kill all these guys here. There we go. And then you get zapped for 3. Nifty. Oh, does that also hit the villain? I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't, but just to make sure. Each villain target, yep. Neat. Alright, and then for my play phase, let me think. Is it Rosary of the Mysteries gameplay time? Or do I want to silence this and stop him getting more cultists? Might not be a terrible idea. Because I want to save Transgressor to... Yeah, I need to play this. That way, when I'm playing 2 more powers, I have all 3 powers that I need to make use of that. So the real question is, do I want to do Sacrosanct again? I might not. I'm not really scared of Fanatic getting bursted, but... Nah, let me just do the full damage. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Cool. Draw phase, end phase, pass turn. That's a good find. So now her stuff's online. That's cool. Unity's turn, start phase, no effects. Now we're in our play phase and we have 2 play actions. Let me see here. I think it's optimal to see more cards with one of these and make a better choice with the second. So I drew 3 cards and I get to deal 1 damage each. 1. Cool. Second play is going to be with the new information. I think it's going to be the same as it always going to be. I think it's time to start deploying See, maybe not though, because he's not going to be killing any of my bots. Well, there's B-bot though, so maybe he will. Maybe I get some value out of this. All right, we're in the power phase now. Power, I could play 2 mechanical golems, or I could discover another one. The ones I play, platform bot is sure value. So yeah, let's play the platform bot and the B-bot. We got 3 and 1. Alright, cool. He gets this. Did I forget to use his effect last turn? I don't remember when he entered play. Was it? Huh. Was it like when I donated a power? I'm actually not sure. I may have missed a trigger, but that's okay. Not a big deal. Alright, and then this is dead. That's the one that's dead. Put you there, put you here. Neat. Alright, draw phase, I'm drawing 2 cards. Alright, now end phase, I have you zapping for 3, you zapping for 3, 2 targets, 2 each. So 3, 3, 2, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Alright, neat. That looks good to me. That's it for you. Environment's gonna play Burning High Rise. Comes to mind, I may have only played on this environment like once. Some of these cards are not familiar to me anymore. So in the start, this would deal each hero target 2 fire damage. That's annoying. Each hero character will hit themselves. Good grief, that's 4 damage to all my heroes. That sucks. But in the end phase here, each hero can discard any number of cards. If 6 cards are discarded this way, destroy this card. Okay, well, I think I would like to do that. You know, we're not the healthiest out here, so let's go ahead and just discard 6 cards. Or I could just targeted explosion it. I don't feel like that's the most effective use of a play phase from Expat, but I think I might prefer to play backup plan though. Ooh, this is tricky. How valuable are my cards is the thing. Like, I don't need the Brutal Censure. I don't need the bench. I don't need another Flash Forge. I don't need the... Yeah, I can just discard the cards. There's enough that I don't really feel like I need that bad. That's 4. There was something redundant over here, I thought. Perhaps not. What was the thing? Oh yeah, Brutal Censure is what I was going to get rid of. And then... I think I'm fine using Hasty for my play phase. You know what's funny? I'm thinking back. I remember when I gave Hasty to you, and you did this to give me a power. I'm reading this card, and there's no reason I couldn't have just used this on myself. That's funny. All right. I'm also trying to remember, I hope I didn't do any nonsense where I used this and played a power and then played another power and played a bot, because I wasn't, if I did that, I can't do that, but I don't remember if I did that or not. And, oh, these are supposed to be discarded, so these go to their respective discard piles. There we go. Okay, done. Get this thing out of my sight. I don't want to deal with that. I mean, I guess I could have just killed it. It is a target after all. Whatever, I wasn't going to be using those cards. We're chill. Alright, start phase. 1 relic in play. We're chill. He's going to reveal the top. It's a one-shot. Has whiffed every time. That's crazy. He never whiffs like this. This is the easiest Gloomweaver advanced I've ever seen. Play phase, plays occurred. Got our first chosen of the game. It's not Xiannu and it's not Massey. Those are the ones I'm scared of. What does this one do again? Reveal the top. If it's a target, play it. That's kind of spooky. And then end phase. Hero character is either going to destroy an ongoing or deal himself a lot of damage. Okay, this one is actually pretty irritating as well. So we're going to want that dead. But first, in the end phase, we're going to zap everyone for 1. Good grief. Trying to aim at these tiny little buttons. And this one's dead. And that's going to do 2 plus 2. Oh, that's going to be non-hero with the lowest specifically. For some reason, why does it have to be the lowest? Why can't it just be 2 damage? I don't know. Unity just be like. Alright, so we got 2 from the B-bot, which is anyone, and then the 2 to the lowest is going to be this guy. I'm actually going to put the 2 to anyone on a what is her name? Ophida? There we go. Alright, that's done. Now he buries the trash, digs for treasure. Well. Oh, he's summoning. What am I doing? Right, it's a chosen. Neat, that's done. Drum of Despair, discover a cultist. Found one. She's going to have the hero with the second lowest HP. Second lowest is Expat. You got an ongoing you can get rid of, Expat. I sure don't want to, but I also don't want to take 4 damage. So I'm going to get rid of it. I'll be okay. Alright, that's done. And then 3 targets with the highest take 1, and that's going to happen twice. So the 3 with the highest are... It's getting close to where it's going to be including my bots. So that's 1, and then 2, and then 3. And then it happens again. It's going to be 1, and then just 2 of these 8s. Cool. That's it. Villain's turn is over. Hero's turn. And now that I did find a chosen, I don't know. I don't know if I want to try to go for a chosen victory. Seeming unreliable still, but we'll see. I am going to have to get a move on, though. I was really hoping that Unity... See, this is why I didn't want to hyper carry Unity, because, like, she's got all this out, and she's not doing anything. Well, I mean, she is, but, like, not a lot. Okay, so now Expat's turn. What do we want to do for our play phase here? Could just summon a gun, discover 3 ammos. That sounds pretty good. Or I could discover a gun or an ammo, and then do 3, and then regain 2, and then salvage an item. If I was salvaging an item, what would that look like? Do I have any items I care about salvaging? Like, I guess Scavenger Unity has some items in there that wouldn't make me sad to get back in my hand. The health regain is nice, but discovering 3 guns also sounds nice, and playing a card for free also sounds nice. I think I'm okay to do this, be a little bit more greedy. Plus, I also want to start trying to actually, like, kill this guy. So I'm going to get Pride and Prejudice for my gun. And then I'm going to shuffle my trash into my deck. Discovering 3 ammo cards. Look at me go with these null point rounds. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, whoops, those are rounds too. There we go. And then a hero can play the top card of their deck. I mean, we already know. We're fully invested in good old Unity, and it's Pylon. I don't think that's going to be useful. Alright, power phase. Power I'm going to use. I think I want to just nuke either the drum or, I mean, I guess I do have the pretty big board. This would be a good time to just continue doing what I've been doing with the SMG. Can I do any finesse with the shock rounds? Like, what happens if I do assault rifle for 2 damage with the shock rounds? Does that do anything? No, not really. Yeah, no, we're just doing Old Faithful here. I could play an ammo or draw a card. I actually do think I'm playing an ammo this time, just to get this out of my hand productively. All right, and that's going to be 3 damage to all targets on the enemy side, at least. Neat. That's done. This is out of here. There we go. Draw phase, end turn. All right, Mr. Adept. Well, you drew the fun card, so now it's time to party. Got a harmony here. So if I do Shoes Bell, I actually can't go that crazy with this thing. I mean, I can kinda, like, I can do that and I can heal or discover an ongoing. And then what else would I do? I could either use my hero power and actually start digging more. With the rhythm, I could discover an ongoing, which would be cool. This would also dig. It just, yeah, why not? All right, we're gonna use Shoes Bell. It's gonna use two accompanies rather. The first one's going to be Alacritous Subdominant, and we're doing this one first because this might get us one that we would prefer to use instead of just going for the 2 health right now. So first one's going to be Alacritous Subdominant. That's going to let me use a power. The power I'm going to use is going to be my Akpunku's Drum. So that's going to first do an discover of an ongoing here. Let's do that. Found one. Very nice. And then now it's going to do a perform of a rhythm card. And there's only one option for that. Each hero reveals the top, replaces or discards, and then a hero draws 2 cards. So top for you, that's good, keep it. Top for me, okay. Well, I can keep that on top, no reason why not. For you, Undaunted, what is this one? Get that out of here, I don't want that. And then what about for you? Cryobot, bruh. Do I want this here? Like 3 targets, 1 cold is fine, but like where is the damage? I haven't found it. I mean, I'm talking smack. I mean, we've got 3, 3, 2, 2. That's respectable. Not great, but it's respectable at least. Do I want to draw this? How would I access this, actually? I would Flash Forge into it. So I guess the question is this worth Flash Forging into? Or do I want to find something better? I think I want to find something better. Like, I feel like anything's better. Raptor's better, another platform's better, Stealth is better. Everything but another B-bot is better. And I might have seen all my B-bots already. 1, 2... Just the 2? I thought I had seen more. So yeah, I'm gonna be greedy. But then, just to short up my bets, since she's my carry, I'm drawing some cards. All right, there's a Raptor. That's cool. All right, so that was the Akpunku's Drum. Good grief. Resolved. So now we are back to Shoes Bell. Is going to be hitting another accompany that's not Alacritous. So I could either get an ongoing, have an ally play a card. Let's do that. Are you kidding me? Play that Raptor bot. Hyper carry. Not so hyper, but carry. You know what? This fixes it. That's the damage I needed. So she's going to be punching pretty good now. And that was all my stuff. This is going to go on top of the deck. Alright, draw phase. Oh my god, I drew Alacritous Subdominant. That's crazy. Alright, end phase, pass turn. Alright, Fanatic's turn. Could have a target take 2 damage and then use 2 powers, or I could, I mean, obviously I'm doing Prayer of Desperation, you kidding me? Yep, so that's going to reveal 4, and I keep the permanents, I think? Ongoings and relics? Items and ongoings, okay. Whoa, what did I just do? So that was 3 one-shots, whatever, but I did get Righteous Rebuke. I don't remember what that one does. 1 target 2, up to 3 targets 2, and regains 2 HP. Neat. Alright, so that goes to my hand, and then now I'm allowed to play 2 cards. So that's pretty sweet. I'm going to play Righteous Rebuke, and then second card is going to be Smite the Transgressor. Deals 1 target 2, and then I use 2 powers. This is pretty sweet. What 2 powers am I going to use? Or I guess the better question is, what 1 power am I not going to use? And it's probably going to be this. And I can regain 2 HP here, and then gain 1 HP with the Rosary. But of course, this is going to be healing the squad. Okay, so I want to zap this down for sure. And then secondary priority is zapping these guys down, and then tertiary priority, zapping him. I think that's the game plan. So I would like to use Righteous Rebuke. 1 target takes 2, and then 3 targets take 2. So I'm going to have... oh, yeah, and then what Unity is doing is relevant as well. So these 2 are doing 3. These are resolved. Okay, that makes things simpler. So the 1 target taking 2 will be you, and then the 3 targets taking 2. 1, 2, 3. Alright, simple. Alright, that was 1 power. And then the other power, probably just make that be Sacrosanct Martyr. And that's gonna zap. I could just take the 2 and zap Drum of Despair. Just get that out of the way. And then Unity can kill everything else. So that sounds good to me. So yeah, if I'm killing the Drum of Despair, I'll just deal myself 2 damage. Hit the Drum of Despair for 2. And then when that's dead, heals everybody for 3. That's nice. That's very nice. Your max is there. What is yours? 9. Cool. Alright. And that was my 2 powers here. Keep those tapped. Now I'm in my power phase. I'm going to use Rosary, discard 5 cards. Oh, we're going to say that I paid that. I appreciate that this game works that way. That's fun. Okay. And then, since I have 10 or fewer, I can regain up to 5 HP. Just gonna go straight back up to 10. What did I draw? I got another Prayer of Desperation. And another Smite the Transgressor? This game's too easy. What can I say? Alright, we're done here. Wait, was that a power? Yeah, that was my power phase. So now I'm in my draw phase. And now I end my turn. Alright, now it's Unity's turn. And start phase, we got no effects. Play phase. I think we're just going to hastily augment ourselves. So this is funny. If I hastily flash forged, it wouldn't actually work because I still can't play the bot. I could play an item, but what would be a good use of the power? You could do just some damage. Which might not actually be a bad idea. Oh wait, never mind. The obvious choice is this guy again, because then what is a power from you doing? If I did Shoe Spell, that gives me an ally plays a card and discover an ongoing. If I did Akpanuku's Drum, that's discover an ongoing, and then the hand stuff again. And if I made an ally play a card, that means that Fanatic could do some memes. Like play Prayer of Desperation. Yeah, okay, that's the move. Fanatic's gonna go crazy here. We're gonna hastily augment Fanatic. Wait. No, hold on. The game plan was we're gonna hastily augment you, and you're going to use Shoe Spell, and And the first ability, we're going to do Inventive Preparation. And that means that you're going to be able to discover an ongoing... Oh, right. I put that there. Well, I didn't put that there. I put the other one on top of it, but I knew that was there and I left it there. Right. Okay, that changes things. So now I have a second company I could use. So if I did Alacritus, that would let me use another power, which would discover another ongoing. I think I would just prefer to have an ally play a card and make Tempest go buck wild. So we're going to do Prayer of Desperation, reveal the top 4. That's one item. That's an... Hey, look, I finally found Anoint Allies at long last, and I get to play it right now. I get all the ongoings and items in my hand. I shouldn't have done it like that. All right, and then now I have 10 or fewer HP. She's not carrying, by the way. Unity's carrying, just so you know, just to be clear. So nobody gets it twisted. Unity's the carry here. Any other hero here may have won the game already easily, but Unity's the carry though. All right, so now I have 10 or fewer HP, so I get to play 2 cards. And since Unity's the, I could just do another one though. This is silly. So I'm gonna play 1 card. It's gonna reveal the top 4. Well. Another Anoint Allies, huh? That's pretty crazy. So do I just play both Anoint Allies? Because that's really funny. And I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. Alright, so I get 2 plays off of that. So I'm going to just use those 2 plays on 2 Anoint Allies. And then that's done. And then this one has 1 play left. So I get to play 1 more thing. And let me go ahead before I forget. Everybody's damage gets marked up by 2. That's really funny. Poor Gloom. He's getting so bullied. He never got a chance to do anything. You know what? This is appropriate. Gloom is playing like Unity usually plays, where he just can't do anything and his targets keep getting killed. How about that? Poetic. Alright, and then I get to play another card. Probably just Holy Nova is going to do a 3 AoE. And then some other stuff too. Each hero regains HP and then deals a little bit more AoE. I could play Aegis, but I'm not really scared of anything bad happening to me. Or I could Smite the Transgressors and just play more powers. Why not? That sounds fun. No, I like Holy Nova. I like this. So each non-hero is going to take 1 radiant damage plus 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and y'all, you guys are dead so. And then heroes get 1 HP. There we go. Are any of these damaged anymore? No. And then now 3 targets, 2 each. Up to 3 targets, 2 each. Alright, so that's 2 to you, and then you are here. Alright, I think we're going to have enough damage to kill him next turn, just straight up. I don't see how anything bad could possibly happen here. Okay, so that was a cool turn for Fanatic, except actually it was Unity's turn. That was a pretty good play phase, Unity, and I did say, if crazy stuff happens from hasty augmentation, that's Unity's dub, so I'll give you that one, Unity. Alright, so play phase done. Now we're in the power phase, and I think I would just like to use Flash Forge. So I'm going to Flash Forge, zap myself, going for a golem. Got one. Pretty good. And these are all boosted by 3, by the way. So let me, not by 3, by 2. Alright, so that's done. I'm going to draw a card. Oh, I had 2 play actions. Teehee. Well, whatever. I just didn't use the second one. Alright. Also, what am I doing drawing cards? Oh my god, I need to... Oh wait, that was power phase. Okay, so this is correct. And then end phase, all this stuff happens. So that's going to be 5 damage, 10 damage, 15 damage, 19 damage. So that's going to take you down to 52. Okay. Next step in the process is going to be this guy doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 damage. Pretty good. Down to 44. Yeah, this guy's cooked. Alright, and that's the end of the turn for Unity. And I was supposed to have drawn 2 cards. Good grief. Alright, next we're in the environment. Hey, it's the paparazzi, they're back. This is it's for you, guy. Alright, Gloomweaver's turn. No relics in play. Flips the top. It's Cultist. He just has whiffed every time, start to finish. That's really funny. Alright, hey, it's Massey. Too bad there's no cultists out here for you to murder. Alright, end phase. He's going to zap everyone for 1. Zap, zap. The zapping continues. There we go. And then he's going to bury the trash and dig for treasure. It's zombies. This is the unluckiest Gloom I've ever seen. I know I keep saying it, but it baffles me. He's not accelerating into anything. That's really funny. I mean, I guess it makes sense, right? Like, if he doesn't have, like, these Chosens out here accelerating him, and then that acceleration digs for more of these, and then the deck has higher quality cards in it to discover. I mean, I guess it makes sense. It's just amusing to me. Alright, Cult Leader Massey. He's going to deal the non-villain with the lowest and the cultist with the lowest 2 HP each. Actually, that's not good because that is going to kill the Raptor Bot. So, goodbye, Raptor Bot. It was nice knowing you. This being destroyed triggers volatile parts, and it's going to hit the lowest for 2 because why not? Why? You can't target it. Why can't you target it? Alright, and then since that did destroy a target, he's going to discover a relic card. See, this is one of the dangerous guys. Alright, there we go. And this one's really annoying. Starting with this, frustrating. Okay, he's done. Next, Zombie Servants, highest takes 4. The highest is anybody I want it to be. Cool. Grimoire is going to be everyone discards a card. Everyone can discard a card, and then he's going to deal damage where X is H minus the number of cards discarded with this way. So basically, we take each target is going to take damage equal to the cards I didn't discard. So I might as well just have everyone discard a card. There's Argents, Expats. Like at this point, just get rid of the targeted explosion. Right? I'm not using it clearly. We have a wealth of options here. End of days, we're not going to get around to playing that. As funny as that card is, it's a good meme. Modular workbench, not useful. Cool, done. Nobody takes any damage. Done. Alright, off to the heroes, and now it's time to just murder the daylights out of this guy. I'm pretty sure we got 44 damage in the tank here. So... I think backup plan's probably the move. I think that has the most damage potential to it. So we're going to discover an ammo. There we go, got one. And then one hero can deal a target 3 damage, another regains 2, and a third salvages an item. I don't really think I have any items I care about salvaging, but let me check. Okay, not really. I mean, Expat probably has one. Yeah, I got a hollow point. That's probably going to salvage that. And then the one who regains HP, I probably just want that to be Unity because she's my carry. And then the one that deals damage, who's left? So the 3 damage, the 2 HP was Unity, and the salvage is Expat. So I'm just going to have one of these two deal the damage. It really doesn't matter. And that's going to be one target 3 damage. And I think I'm happy just blitzing Mr. Weaver here. Alright, that's done. Oh yeah, can't forget to salvage my item there. Alright, and then now I'm in my power phase, and the most damage I can do to him is going to be Pride and Prejudice is going to do 2 plus 2, so 4. Well, hold on. Yeah, that being 2 hits with the boost from my friend over here named Fanatic, that's pretty good. So, also, it occurs to me, I should have... Yeah, forget you, Unity. Get that out of here. I'm giving this to you so I can keep both of my anoint allies. Silly me. That's what I meant to do all along. And that helps Unity. That's mutually beneficial. Tempest, or Fanatic's not the carry, by the way. Alright, so we're going to just do Pride and Prejudice, I think. Or would it be better to just AoE down and kill Massey? I'm not really too worried about man. I'm chill. I'm just going to go for the kill here. So I'm going to do 2, 4, 5, 6. Alright, that's destroyed. And then next I can do the same thing with another one of these. So we're going to do 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I really like Expat. This is, I mean, I've said it before, but this is easily my favorite character design in the whole game. Draw phase, end phase, pass turn. Yoop. Alright, Mr. Argent, we're going to play Alacritous Subdominant, and this is where crimes happen. Alright, we're going to activate Shoe Spell. We're going to use Shoe Spell and Alacritous Subdominant. We're going to use a power. The power is going to be probably this, actually, for the first one. So we got a one-shot that activates in a company, and I can either draw a card or play a card. The one I'm going to activate is probably going to be Sadistic, I think, or I could just discover another ongoing. What do I get for playing Sadistic? You wouldn't happen to have another copy? Oh, no, you don't. But do you have something that like punches for a bajillion? You've got Smite the Transgressor. Absolution is here, yeah. I want Absolution to be here, so I can attack for a lot. What kind of card plays can I give here? Ah, Comprehensive Plan, of course. So the company that Silver Shadow is going to use is going to be Sadistic. One ally may play a card. The card's going to be Comprehensive Plan. So one hero draws or puts one card from their hand or trash on top of their deck. A second uses a power. A third plays a card. So who do I want to use the power, and who do I want to play a card? Well, I want the play a card to be you, playing Absolution. And then I want the use a power to be probably not you, because you're about to use all your powers anyhow. Tap that. So the play a power could either be Unity, which would be just another Flash Forge. Why not? Unity's my carry. Go ahead. Nice. Alright, and then lastly, somebody's going to draw a card. Let's just have you do it. Why not? Neat. Alright, so this is resolved. And now that that's resolved, and who used a power? Somebody used a power. That was you. Get zapped again. So that's resolved, and I get zapped. I don't remember if I did it, so I'm going to just do it again just to be sure. Alright, so where were we? We did Shoe Spell, one Alacritous. That Alacritous used the hero power. The hero power used that used this. So we are currently resolving the second hit of Shoe Spell, and since I have a second copy of Alacritous Subdominant, don't mind if I do. So that's going to let me use another power. I have one more power left to use. It's this guy's drum. That's going to accompany of a rhythm, and then it's going to be this, not that, this. Going to discover a ongoing, found one. And now it's going to be the perform of a rhythm. So we're going to have everyone reveal the top. Whatever, you can keep that there. Sure, keep that. Looks good to me. Actually, no. I want to dig specifically for stuff for Fanatic. And then what was yours again? Oh, yeah, that's pretty good. That's funny. So we're gonna have you draw the 2 cards. All right, neat. And I think we're done, right? So this is resolved and I get zapped again. And now that that's resolved, this is gonzo. And then now we're back here. And that's gonzo. All right, yeah, we're done. Okay, cool. Draw phase, draw a card. Wow, it's Alacritus subdominant. That's crazy. All right, end phase, pass turn. Fanatic's turn. I'm going to zap myself for 6. 3 for each of these guys. And then now I'm in my play phase. And then do I just have lethal? Can I save myself some trouble here? Absolution is dealing 3, 4, 5, plus 4, plus 4. 13 damage. Okay, so he's not just straight up dead, so what are we doing here? We're playing Smite the Transgressors, for sure. Let's do some smiting. Also, was this Radiant? That's Psychic. Okay. It deals 1 target 4 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I get to use 2 powers. So first one's going to be Absolution. That's going to be... I already forgot how much I said it was going to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, and then the second power is going to be... Righteous Rebuke, I guess. So 1 target takes 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it's going to do 3 targets, 4 damage each. And I'm going to regain 2 HP. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dead. Alrighty. And that is the end of Smite the Transgressors. Now we enter the power phase. And I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna let the carry finish this game off. So I'm gonna skip my power phase, go straight to the end phase, well, draw phase, end phase, pass turn. Alright, and then Unity's turn, I'm gonna just play the Giga Nuke. And that's gonna do an AoE damage equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 AoE. So, kaboom. Game over. Alright. So, this was an absolutely horrific Gloomweaver showing, which is funny, but it's also fine. This is a fair villain to showcase Unity, right? This was a completely legitimate showcase. She did okay. I funneled all my resources that I reasonably could into Unity. And I personally feel... I also started SwiftBot and got a Fleshforge very quickly. And I don't really feel like the payoff was worth... Like, I just feel like I was a turn and a half slower than any other hero that's trying to do this stuff is. And, like, I don't know. This strategy worked. I mean, I opened SwiftBot, right? Like, this is a biased game right off the jump. But, you know, it does seem like digging more was helpful, right? Like a card I would typically have been averse to playing in the past would have been the draw 3 and then do stuff, because I'm like, well, I could draw 3 cards and then, like, you know, I get stuck with them, right? Like I either drew bots that I can't play or I drew cards that I have to wait to play when I could have played something now. Turns out that wasn't really the right way to think about it. Just drawing cards and finding the good ones is important. And so I'm on board with that line of thinking. It does seem like that's a better way to play the character, but I don't really think my opinion about Unity has changed. I do still think she's the worst, and I don't really think that's disputed. I just think people think she's not as bad as I say she is, even though she's the worst, which is fair. I'll acknowledge that. I think that's true. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a good one.